Maryland. And Maryland is oddly what they call a food desert, where there's very little like growing of food. What's out there is Purdue chicken, and it's known for tobacco. So all the tobacco farms were in the buyout program to be paid not to grow anything. And then Maryland backed out of the program, and all the farms started selling their last harvest of land for housing developments. And then the commute moved out. So as a result, land out there was very expensive, and farming restrictions were very high. In order to have any livestock at all of any kind, you needed 3 acres. Once you hit that magic 3 acres, they didn't care how many livestock you had. You could have a 10-story building filled with beef cattle if you wanted to. But 3 acres in Maryland is $500,000. So that was a non-starter. And that sort of opened up everywhere to be. And so my wife has family down in Menominee area, which is about an hour and a half southeast of here. And I do computer tech work, which puts me, most employment is in the city. So I put a pin in the map, and the Venn diagram overlapped here. And so I looked for anything that was affordable, that was acreage, that could work as a farm, and here I am. So
the desire for farming, where did that come from?
So the desire for farming came way back before the property search came, which is how I knew where all the property prices were. I grew up not having the healthiest diet in the world, and if anybody else is not eating healthy, they are probably suffering and visiting the doctor fairly often as a result of it. And started chasing like real food and learning what ingredients were in the food and why they were there and so on. And some of the ingredients they put in food just to make you buy more of it, or some ingredients they put in food, like you'll see it has a injection of solution in your smoked ham or in your chickens, and it's salt water, and it's a product that you buy by weight. So they're legally allowed, even in organics, to inject 15% of solution by weight back into the product. So, a 4-pound bird, you're buying an extra half a pound to a pound of water that evaporates in your oven when you cook it. So there's just a lot of, lies in food. Like you go to the store and you get the A&W root beer, and on the front it says, made with real aged vanilla, and you turn the bottle around and you look, and there's no vanilla in the ingredients at all. So coming here and raising my own food for the first time, there's a humongous taste profile difference. Just like, even if you were to take the two side by side and cook them just by themselves in 2 different pans the exact same way, you would know which one was which. You might not know why one is better than the other, but you would be able to tell that there was a fairly large difference. My chickens, when they're processed, have a different color to them. Grocery store chickens are very white, and the fat is very white. And the chickens that I raise are actually very yellow, and their fat is very yellow. And again, it's just a totally different flavor profile. And as a result of that, I've gotten healthier and healthier and healthier since I've been here. So if anybody wants to talk offline about that kind of thing, I'd be happy to dig into all of it and go into more details. Some of them a little more personal than others.
So are you primarily livestock, or do you also have other, vegetables and stuff?
So we do hay. We've got about 20 acres of hay. And you can notice the height of that grass versus the height of the grass in the sheep pasture where we're going to go after this. And my wife has this wonderful garden that's just coming on beautifully this year. This is our best year so far. So
a little bit of rain.
Yeah, we keep getting better every year. I grow grass. That's what I do. And really, any real livestock farmer is a grass farmer. You maintain the grass, you maintain what the animals eat, you manage them appropriately, and it's a big ecosystem. I'm getting started, so there's still more to go. One of the things that you'll notice that when you came in and got out of your car is there's probably a farm smell, and that's actually because of the ducks and the guineas right behind you. That's a new thing this year, and I'm probably not going to do ducks again because they're really messy. So I have to figure out a way to do them that's not so messy, or just not do them, and not do them is an acceptable answer.
Neighbors.
What's that?
Neighbors.
Yeah. So that pen that they're in used to have grass that was this tall, and it's all gone. All of it, even the stuff they don't like is gone. Because they'll get picky. You'll see out in the sheep pasture that there's stuff that they just don't eat. And when you confine them to an area, they can't be so selective because there's competition, so they won't get a meal, or there's nothing else to eat, so they won't get a meal. So then they go through and they go ahead and eat it all, which is one of the reasons why you do what's called rotational grazing. The tighter you go, the more often you need to rotate. So the chickens are in what's called chicken tractors. Let's take a walk that way anyway.